So let us see in more details how electrical diagrams or electrical wiring diagrams look like. So what you are seeing now on your screen is an example of a wiring diagram. So this wiring diagram shows clearly which terminal to place which cable and which components you will connect to which component, okay? So now if you look at it, this is a forward reverse motor connection, okay, to connection. So if you look at this now, you see that we have a contactor here, okay? Then we have another contactor, two contactor, and they are labeled CC and OC. Then this is a terminal block. This is terminal block 1, okay? On this terminal block, we have terminals 1 to 7. Are we getting it? Then we also have terminal block 2. And on this terminal block, we have terminals 1 to 14. Then we have the transformer here. Okay, this is a transformer, and then this is a fuse. Okay, then we have the motor, then the start stop station or the push button station. Then we have the level switches. Okay, and these are the controlling terminals of the level switches. Okay, then we have an overload device here. Okay, that's also connected. So this wiring diagram, how would they help the installer, okay, to carry out the installation or know precisely which terminal to connect to which terminal, which component to go to which component. So if you look at it clearly, you will see that there are numberings, a combination of numbers and alphabets to identify components, to identify terminals, and to also identify the cables, okay? So let's start from the terminal block 1 now, as you can see on your screen. Okay, let's start from terminal block 1. We have 7 terminals, okay? So you see that to terminal 1, 2, 3, we have your inputs power, line 1, line 2, line 3. So as the one carrying out the installation, you know that line 1, line 2, line 3, those terminal 1, 2, 3, those are the terminals that you will terminate your input or your power supply cable or the input to the power input to the circuitry, okay? Then if you look further, you see that 4 is the grounding terminal, okay? So here is connected to the system ground and here to your circuit ground. Are we getting it? So 4 is your grounding terminal. Then terminal 5, 6, and 7, they are to your motor line 1, motor line 2, motor line 3. Okay? So they are to your motor line 1, motor terminal 1, terminal 2 at your motor terminal blocks. Motor terminal block, terminal 1, 2, 3. So that shows clearly the upper part where you connect those upper part to in your circuitry. Now let us look the lower part. If you look at the lower part in the first terminal, terminal 1, you see that we have OC1. OC1. So OC is this contactor. This contactor, this is the OC. While this contactor is the CC. So we'll not go into the definition yet. We want to see how we can use it to wire our circuits, okay, correctly. So if you look at it, you see that we have OC here. If you look at OC, you see that we have terminals 7, 9, 1, 3, 5, A, B, 6, 4, 2, 10, and 8, okay? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, B, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, if you look here, you see that this one from this terminal 1 goes to where? OC1. Here is OC1. This is OC1. Okay. Then when you look at it clearly, you see that it comes from terminal block 1, terminal 1. Okay. So this cable is run straight to terminal 1 of terminal block 1. Okay. Then when you look at terminal block 2, you will see OC3. This is the contactor OC, and this is terminal 3. You will see that this terminal is taken to terminal block 3, okay, terminal 2, which is terminal block, terminal block 1. Sorry, this is it. Terminal block 1, terminal 2. That is it. Terminal block 1, terminal 2. Look at this. Terminal block 1, terminal 2. Okay. Now, if you look at the third terminal in that terminal block 1, you see that it is to OC what? OC5. Okay. If you come to this contactor, which is the OC, the terminal 5 is this. So you see it, terminal block 1, terminal 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 is taken to terminal 1, terminal 3, and terminal 5 of this contactor. Then if you look at the other end of the 1, 3, 5, you will see that they are taken to the other contactor, okay? CC, terminal 1, CC, terminal 3, CC, terminal 5. So this is CC. This is CC, terminal 1. You see that it is coming from... so this is to CC terminal 1, and this is terminal 1. See it. So you take it from CC terminal, this OC terminal 1 to CC terminal 1. Okay. So this is where from terminal 3 you will terminate it. Then from terminal 5 you terminate it here also. Then if you look at this transformer, you see that the high voltage side, H1, H2, is connected to CC terminal 3 and CC terminal 1. So you run it from here and here to terminal 1 and 3. So this is terminal 1. Look at it, transformer T arrow, high voltage H1, terminal H1, then T arrow, terminal H2. So it is to CC1 and 3. Then the output, you see that the output is to the terminal 1 of your fuse, okay? And then the S2 is to terminal block 2, terminal 14, which is this, okay? See it from transformer S2. Then the other end is connected to your system earth, which is to terminal 4, okay? If this is headed to the cubicle, then you can look for the closest point to connect this to the cubicle, and invariably that will mean that you are connecting the cubicle casing, okay, to your earth terminal. Now, if you also look, you will see that you have other terminals. Here is the terminal block 2, okay? The terminal block 2, terminal 7. So this is terminal block 2, and this is terminal 7, okay? So you see that it is coming from OC7, which is, this is OC, and this is terminal 7, okay? Then if you look at the other LSO terminal 1, then we have the other end to LSO terminal 2, okay? So you see that the wiring diagram shows us clearly where to actually terminate our cable. So the overload, if you look at it, you see it to CC terminal 2, terminal 4, and terminal CC terminal block 1 also, okay? So this is it. This is the terminal connection. Okay, so you see that the numberings, the alphabets, they tell us the points to which to connect each of those terminals in this particular circuitry. So if you look at the overload, you see that one end is connected to terminal block 5. Okay, that is terminal 2 to terminal block 5, terminal block 1, terminal 5, terminal block 1, terminal 6, and terminal block 1, terminal 7. Okay, which are these? 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so these are the terminals that feeds directly your motor, and this is what is used to, this is the electric motor. So you see that they are from terminal block 1, terminal 5, terminal 6, and terminal 7 to feed your line 1, line 2, line 3 of the electric motor. So if you also look at the other end of the fuse, you see it is coming from the overload, terminal 9. Okay, this is your overload, and this is terminal 9. So fuse, okay, fuse terminal 2. So the fuse is connected to this particular terminal. While the other end, okay, let's look at the contactor coil. One is for the reverse direction and the other is for the forward direction, okay? So we cannot clearly say, though that is not what we are discussing now, is how to use the wiring diagram to actually do your cabling or wiring of your electrical circuitry. So let's look at the contactors. We have this coil and this coil. So where are they connected to? So look at this coil. You see that the B terminal is connected to OC. This is OC, terminal 8. Okay, so this is OC and this is terminal 8. Okay, so you see it from CCB. Okay, that's B. Okay, then here to terminal block 2, 14. This is terminal block 2, terminal 14. So you see it from CCA. Okay, and also to OCA. Okay, so OCA to CCA. Are we seeing it? So this shows us clearly where to terminate our cables. Then when you come to the push button or the start-stop station, okay, you see that where all the terminals are directed to or connected to, they are all clearly shown. So this is to terminal block 2, terminal 2. This is terminal block 2, terminal 2. Okay, so if you look at it, push button 1, okay, to terminal 3. This is terminal 3. See it. Then terminal block 2, terminal 1. This is terminal block 2, terminal 1. Push button 1, terminal 5. So all of them will show you clearly where to actually terminate your cables and which component to actually connect to which component. So that is what the wiring diagram does. So if you look at here too, this shows us clearly, okay, what we actually observe on the ground. Okay, so if you look at it, you see the numberings, okay, are those terminals. These are conductors. This is the circuit breaker. You see it, line 1, line 1, line 2, line 3. Okay, so these are this is 14. Okay, this is A2. This is 22. Okay, so all of these, they are terminal markings or cable markings. Okay, line, see it, line 1, line 2, line 3, which means this L1, which is connected to this power line, line 1, line 2, line 3, they have connection with all of these. Okay, so all these cable markings, they tell you clearly. So when you come with, you are armed with this, your electrical wiring diagram. When you come to the actual circuit on ground, you will know which terminal is connected to which terminal. You will see the markings on the cables. So you will know that this cable is running from here, from this point to this point, from this contactor to this switch button, okay? Or from push button, I mean to say, or from this terminal, this line to this terminal of our circuit breakers, okay? So that is what you will actually see on ground. So these are the terminal markings too. So that gives you an idea of where to terminate. So armed with this, you can actually do the wiring easily of this. Is just to take the right cable with the right markings to the right terminal, or after you've done the wiring, okay, then you can do the markings so that whoever that is coming to do maintenance later on that circuitry, it will be easier for such one to trace the cables, know the terminals to which they are sent to, okay? So it's just like here now, like this terminal that is marked 22, or let me say this one that is marked 44. I hope this is 44 also. So if I see this one loose, I will know clearly that it is supposed to be with other 44. Are we getting it? Or I see L2 loose, I know it's supposed to be with other L2. So I will not have problem terminating it with other L2, okay? Except maybe someone else have changed the markings, which I sincerely doubt, okay?